Grand Risings, this is your author, the poet, B.GKL, Brother GKL, that is, Gold King Lio'lf. Sending positive vibes to you all from the positive, strong ancestors from above. Today we are in the Serenaders Lounge, Writers Lecture 18. Topic, don't rush. And if you haven't had the chance, add yourself to my email list, which is B.GKL.com. And also for the merch is savonk.com, cvonk.com. And if you haven't also as well, this is why I got my book here today for the topic today, which means is don't rush. This is the infinite mind of life. And this is one of the pieces that I put out first, and I want to take my time before I release the other ones that I've been working on for a couple of years. I like to take my time with things. And this is for a lot of new authors. This is for previous authors that's kind of under a lot of stress, kind of under a lot of pressure, that's putting a lot of pressure on yourself. And don't rush is a topic, man. This is a lecture that I've been wanting to give, but I've been, like I said, procrastinating because my hands have been full with other things, just things that I'm trying to do, creative things. And doing this book, man, you got to understand, the infinite amount of life, man, I worked on this joint for at least 3 years before I even released it, and that was back in before 2020. And I wanted to put it together, and I was trying to organize what I was trying to do, what I was about, and who I wanted to be. And anytime y'all hear me say my name at the end of the day, I always say my name because that is more than a brand. It is me, just like you all have a name for yourself. Some people use their government name. Some people use their artist name. Some people use their government name and their artist name, like myself. You know what I'm saying? So I took the time to decide what all that I wanted to do. At the end of the day, it took me time to even make my own name, which means it took a hell of a lot of time. Before I was the poet, B.GKL, I was Gold King Lio'lf first. That's Lio'lf. You know what I'm saying? And I said, you know what, why don't I like numerology. Let me go ahead and put my name in 3 parts, but it ended up going from 1 to 2 to 3. Before that was Gold King Lio'lf. After that it was Brother GKL for short, for people that couldn't pronounce my name as fast as it was Gold King Lio'lf. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, let me create another alternate for the business part that stands up front, which is the poet, B.GKL. Everything comes together, so those are 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I don't know if numbers mean anything to anybody else or sequence. I believe in everything has to be in a certain type of order. I mean, I'm not saying that everything has to be perfect, but to me, I feel like some things need to be briefly organized if you're passionate about it. So to dive deep, this is not to talk about myself. I just use myself as an example because I use Carlos, the poet, B.GKL Kaigler on the book to show my father respect, because I don't use the word junior. I like to say the second. You know what I'm saying? I am a second. My father is the senior. You know what I'm saying? I take after my dad, and I wanted to show him some respect. You know what I'm saying? Put his name in. Other than that, I would have just had the poet B.GKL on there. And what that means also is I took my time on what I wanted to do. The outside of the book, the back of the book is just as important as what's on inside of the book. Don't put too much pressure on being too perfect, but also don't put too much of a rush on perfection. Every great thing, every monument, every beautiful thing that you see out here today took time to build, took time to craft. The greatest things built that a lot of people appreciate, a lot of photographers go to other countries, to like museums and architecture and different things like that. If things could be built overnight by one person, would you really appreciate it more, or would you be like just and all wow because they did it overnight? It would almost seem unreal. But when you're dealing with this type of realm of reality, you have to understand time does not exist, but we use it as a tool to do certain things. To me, time does not exist. I use a clock to basically adapt to this realm of how everybody likes to do things upon me elevating my mind and different things. When I brought my book out, I said that I have 9 manuscripts, because it's considered a manuscript when it's not published. Your book can't be called a book until it's published. It's called a manuscript in the works. You know what I mean? But a lot of people don't know that professionally. If you look in a lot of books, it's considered a manuscript first, and then a book once you get the contents page and everything like that and all that. So with the topic per se, all the way, what I mean is don't rush. Man, stop trying to feel like you gotta rush to leave a legacy. Rush to put out a bunch of books. Some people do it genuinely out of that's just like they just got a lot on their mind. They want to produce books. That's beautiful. And some people got a thing where they want to put out 100 books fast just to tell people, hey, I got 100 books. You know, bragging rights kind of like. Not everybody's not like that, and please don't take that as a way of me stepping on any toes. Do your thing. But sometimes it'll come off as egotistical or arrogant for some people, but some people have a reason. If you don't have a reason why you're rushing and beat yourself in the head on getting some type of material out there, that's even for artists that sing, rap, dancers trying to create a choreography, you know what I'm saying? Like rushing to get a masterpiece done. Masterpieces don't come overnight. Take your time. Me, I'm telling you, I was sitting on 9 books. Different ideas. This is just one of them. Even before I started, I got more now that I'm working on all at once so that I don't get burnt out from writing on just one. You know what I'm saying? I almost feel like you don't want your masterpiece to turn into schoolwork. You want to write and make it still fun. Something that you really want people to see. You want people to see what's inside of your mind. Don't rush with anything. Every great thing takes time. Everything that you craft with your hands, every carpenter work, every masonry work, everything that you do far as like that's masonry work or stonework, and just different things. Everything take time. When you rush to put a house together, it's not going to be as stable as a house that took a little time to do because they took their time in the blueprint to make it. Me, granted, I could have put out books faster, but I don't want to. I want to make sure every book get the same amount of respect as the first one did and the one before it and so forth. After this book, every book that I create after, the books prior will be in the books that I put out after. I will show respect to all the published books that I already did. And also with myself, every book that I publish, I call it the Serenaders Lounge Artist Spotlight. I always, ask somebody to basically donate. Would you mind donating a small piece? Just one written joint, you know what I'm saying, that's to you. I want to put it in my book. I always get one artist and put them in my book, man. Just create this masterpiece. I always say don't make it spiritualistic, don't make it political or none of that, because I want to touch all eyes of the whole world. I mean, they got people out there that make books about, certain walks of life, I'm not about that. I'm about trying to open all eyes. I want all walks of life, all culture of people, all standards of morals to read my book. And that's a lot of times, don't be so hard on other people that might enjoy your work. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean stop showing what you believe in inside of your book. People understand, but me, myself, that was a thing that I did for me because I don't want to cut off the reading eye. You know what I'm saying? Because some people just, for some reason, get irritated when you start speaking your high consciousness in your book and things like that. And they feel like, oh, I believe in this, so I can't read that. No, I try my hardest to relate to everybody, but also never lose myself. So with a lot of artists, man, look, it don't take much to create a beautiful character if you're writing a novel. Sometimes a story can create itself. Sometimes you can do too much by writing out every character's details on what they're going to be about before you write the story, because that means you put too much pressure on yourself, especially if you just coming out and starting out doing that. Sometimes you just got to have the names. Get your 2 names. Characters and start adding themselves in your head. Me, I like to listen to soundscapes, or if I'm writing an erotic joint, I want to listen to me kind of like an erotic neo-soul music the whole time. Same song 1,000,000 times while I'm writing. When you get writer's block, it's a beautiful thing because at the end of the day, you have written all the things you possibly can write about. Now you have to dig deeper and step outside the box to write about that. So what I'm saying is don't rush. It's a beautiful process that one will respect when the process is done. If you're one of those people that feel that you have to hurry up to leave a legacy, you're still living. So worry about leaving a living legacy and let the legacy create itself what you're doing while you're in your living. You got a lot of people out here doing a lot of good things, a lot of street entrepreneurs and people with good businesses, like Italian ice businesses, and it's a lot of people that got embroidery, just trying to find different ways to not just make extra money to take care of your family, put food in your mouth, but some people really appreciate the maneuver of being seen in a beautiful art. Like those, you know what I'm saying? It's not about fame. It's all about the respect of what you create from nothing. A lot of people are not born with that gift to create from nothing. So if you are those like myself that has a lot of multiple talents, and sometimes it can become too much when you get thrown all over the place, but you don't get things done as fast because you're either a perfectionist like myself. You know what I'm saying? I like things to be correct. So if you get all the mistakes done as you possibly can in one book, after pretty much, of course, after you write everything, if you just get all the things that you possibly try to get every mistake, every written mistake to your own self done and corrected from the beginning, you rather have less errors than more. Me, after a while, I revised my own book to add, like, I got I had new websites, new this and new pictures I wanted to put. I just took my book, revised it, you know what I'm saying, and put new stuff in there, and probably like 2 or 3 things that I probably just wanted to just change on my own. Nothing major that nobody really would notice but me. That's just the perfectionism of me to like, damn it, I should have added that in there. But you can do that the same way. You can always go back and fix mistakes that you had, and it will sometimes it'll go unnoticed and sometimes it won't. But take your time and don't rush, man. Don't rush your material. Don't rush to be the ultimate best, but also don't let your work lack because you're rushing because of bragging. As I mean, dude, I know we on a time frame, but make sure your work is at its top peak. Everything needs to make sense from the beginning to the end of your story. You writing a poem, everything does not have to rhyme, but if you're gonna rhyme, think outside the box. And that's not me judging, that's me just saying, look, man, I've become friends with reading other books, other materials, other literature, other deep histories of things that can motivate your mind a lot. Watch a certain type of movie and do the opposite of what they did. If you feel like, man, I would have did this. We do it all the time. We watch movies and say, I would have did this. I was too predictable. You want to try to be unpredictable as possible. If you're a creator of art, sometimes people are doing it for the healing. Some people write just to vent, which is a beautiful thing. But for those in the right, I'm a word conjurer. I like words. I conjure words of positive vibe to the point when I write it down in detail, you can almost smell what I'm writing. As far as like if I'm talking about a beautiful scent, you can almost feel the heat from the sun that I'm talking about. And it's almost like you take your time to use a certain type of word. You're teaching, you're entertaining, and you're also showing somebody what's in your head. People are getting to know you through your work. And you got to remember that, you know what I'm saying? So have a certain amount of respect for that. To create one book is a beautiful thing because I didn't know a lot of people when I was younger that published work or created any art or published a good album. Like, saying, shouts out to the Queen of Opera, man. That's a good sister, man. She does opera. She honed in on her craft every day. And still doing it, like she's on my page or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Sisters did one of my reviews and everything, you know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of good sisters and brothers that's out here dropping that heat, you know what I'm saying? Putting out a lot of good material in books, man. Sometimes when you get a person's book, man, you don't understand how appreciated that is, man. If you can give somebody anything, man, when you buy somebody a book, man, grab that book, take a picture, holding that boy. And even if it's sitting out on the table, I don't care, man. Take a picture and send it to them people, man. They worked hard all night on that. You ain't gotta post it on your page because some people got their color scheme and all that. They don't want to mess up their little profile or whatever. That's cool. Excuse the word "little." They don't want to use the profile or whatever. That's fine, man. I post it to my page. Anytime somebody buy my joint, I'm taking it. I'm putting it on the website. I'm posting like, man, these people supported me, man. They could have took that $25.99 or somewhere else and got them some bread water and some Netflix or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna post it up. And when I get other people books, I'm gonna do the same for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take A picture that I took, I'm gonna professionally do with my photography camera, you know what I'm saying? Put it up. Hey, go support this art. It ain't always about me. I don't believe in being selfish, and it ain't no underhanded thing either, man. I just believe in supporting people as much as I can before I transition out this world, man. Of course, we all want to make some funds, but at the end of the day, money ain't always important. It's not my motivation. It's my tool. It's used to get to what I'm really trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, don't rush. If you need help, ask for it. Because at the end of the day, man, closed mouths don't get fed. I come from the school where you don't want to ask for it. Damn it, you don't get it. Sometimes I offer, but sometimes I would like to have people ask more than me constantly having to offer, because someone's ego is too afraid to ask for what they need. Sometimes people ain't got no money like that. We could do a favor, whatever the case may be. Look, you ain't got to rush. I'm always for teaching and helping other people. It don't matter, man. At the end of the day, but don't take advantage of me. So at the end of the day, look, check it. This is the infinite mind of life. I did the graphics work as well as I did other people's book covers and different things like that, because I'm a professional. Everything that I do, you know my bio. I don't have to go through it because I don't want to seem like I'm gloating. I did the back cover of your book description need to be fire. I'm talking about almost more fire than almost was inside the book to appeal to the mind of others. The front of your book needs a story which guides people into what this book might be about. You know what I'm saying? Might be about, excuse me, dry mouth. You know what I'm saying? What this book might be about. I created my own bookmarks by hand. I cracked my joint, you know what I'm saying? Printed it out, popped it. You know what I'm saying? Put all my look. I did all my stuff by hand on my own because I wanted to cut out the third party. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I've learned a lot and respect a lot from a lot of different people. I ain't got to keep throwing out no gems. You know who you are. I love y'all to life for those that helped me along the way to motivate me doing everything, man. Y'all need help publishing your dang on books, man. Hey, holla at Savant Publishing. You know what I'm saying? It's on my website, man. I'll help you organize that joint. I'm going to work with you and I'm going to get that joint fast. We're going to go do the book cover, the interior design, everything that needs to be done with the book and everything extra. We ain't going to go and all that, but you know where I'm at with it. So keep your head right, man. I believe in, man, an artist's work should be appreciated. And anytime I get a chance to work with anybody that's writing a book, I'm going to put my heart and soul into making sure I respect your work and get it to you in a timely fashion. So I want y'all, man, don't rush. Don't be pressured. Don't be afraid of writer's block. Respect writer's block, man. It's a thing that make you dig deeper. Man, I love and appreciate all y'all, man. If I ever leave this world too soon, man, just know this is what my passion was. I will never retire from this. I don't care if I lose all fingers, all legs, all arms. As long as I can do any type of way of communication, I am going to write until I leave this planet. You understand? So, and helping others. So, like I said, y'all tune in. This is the Serenaders Lounge. Writers Lecture 18. Don't rush. Add yourself to my email list, B.GKL.com. And for my merch, it's savantk.com. And don't be afraid to get in time. Oh, is that rain? No, I'm gonna quit playing. Hey, don't be afraid to get in contact with me, man. Honestly, I'm here. I work one-on-one as far as with people not, you know what I'm saying? And I talk to you, motivate. You need some motivation? Shit, just call me. I'm not no funny acting ass person. Look, you ain't gonna get no dry ass likes from me. I'm always be 100. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna tell people to buy your joint. I even do a review on the joint. I'm not funny acting. So peace and love. This is your author, the poet, B.GKL. Brother GKL, that is Gold King Lio'lf. And that's how you say it, Lio'lf. Let it roll in your mind. Life is a choice and death is not an option. That means that there's more living on the other side. Peace and love. Don't ever forget your roots or where you come from. The infinite mind of life. Lio'lf. Peace and love, y'all. Ashe. Grab that. Leave a review. Holla.